Hey everyone. Haven't we all been to the doctor's office waiting for our name to be called? And then the next minute we get called to the back, and the first thing they ask us to do is to get on the scale. And the next minute we're like, oh, not the scale, not the reality of the scale. Well, furthermore, the next minute they tell you where they're going to get your vitals and they ask for your blood pressure. They get your blood pressure, your pulse, your respiration, and even your temp. Now, I know some of you might understand what the vitals are, and some of you might not. So today I will be informing you about the importance of the vital signs, and then I'm going to show you how you might be able to check your vitals at home. I have worked in the medical field for 15 years. I actually been checking vital signs in clinical and hospital settings. Although there are other vitals that you can check that are in the clinical setting, today I will just be stating the ones you can check at home. And they can be your blood pressure, your heart rate, respiration, and temperature. Now, I also will be telling you the informal facts about each vital sign. First, let's start off with the blood pressure. That measures the blood that pushes against the walls of your arteries. Now, the normal range for your blood pressure should normally be 90/60 to 120/80. Now, we all heard that common condition, hypertension. Hypertension is high blood pressure. Now, if it's over 120/80, you consider more in the hypertension stages. Now, so we can make sure if we know what stages we're in, I'm going to show you how to check your blood pressure. I have this in-home monitor with the arm cuff. I think we're all a little more familiar how to use this. They do have a wrist cuff. They say that's more inaccurate compared to this one. This one more goes on the upper arm where you tighten the Velcro and then you turn on the machine and it starts up. Now we know that once it starts, it goes off and then it shows you your blood pressure. Now we're going to talk about your heart rate. Another name for your heart rate is your pulse. Now the average rate for your pulse should be 60 to 100 beats per minute. Now, we have more when you read it. When it's fast, in medical terms, it's considered tachycardia. And when it's slow, it's bradycardia. Now, a lot of these things can come to concern, and furthermore, they would go for tests. And that's just to see more the condition of your heart. Now, I'm going to show you how to check your heart rate. Now, if you notice the monitor actually shows your heart rate on the monitor. Now, we can't always say that's always accurate, but it will read it along with your blood pressure. So, I'm going to show you how to read it manually. You can actually extend your arm out either way. You can take your index and middle finger, two fingers that come across your radial artery. The radial artery lines up a little bit with your thumb. Right here, if you can see it a little bit better. And you press over your wrist. Now I know you can notice that little beat you feel a little bit. Once you feel that, once you started a number, you can count within that 60 seconds. And that actually can tell you your heart rate. All right. Next, we can go along with respiration. Respiration measures the breathing beat per minute. Now, the normal range for that is 12 to 18 breaths per minute. Now, we've heard of common conditions that can come with respiration, shortness of breath maybe. Now, that can indicate a lot of different things, like health problems that we might not even be aware of. So there's a way you can actually check your heart rate and the respiration, but not on yourself. You actually can check it on others. It's pretty difficult to do it on yourself because we control our breathing. So on others, as you check the pulse rate, which is the way I just explained, extend the arm out, use the two fingers over your wrist of the radial artery, and you feel and test. If you notice on that person that you're checking, just pay attention to how their chest rise. And that means when they inhale and exhale. You count that as 1. So you count that 1 within that 60 seconds. That 60 seconds, that will be the respiratory rate within that minute. Lastly, we're going to check your temperature. And, that just measures your body temp. Now, you have normal ranges as 97.8 to 99 degrees. But I know our normal average for a lot of people is 98.6. Now, I know we've all heard of having fevers, which is not very good. It indicates a lot of other things like any other abnormalities. And you have hypothermia. And that just means just losing body heat. Now, I'm going to show you how to check your body temp, which is very self-explanatory since we all been doing it since kids, probably faking like we're sick. Even though we've seen this thermometer right here. You just click the power button and that metal tip. Now, I can say one thing that I noticed with a lot of people. It's better to go under the tongue. A lot of people just let it stick right there at the front and take the temp, and it doesn't really read as fast, I guess you could say. But the easier way is right up under the tongue, grasp, and there you have your body temp. Now, we do know there are different ways to check your body temp. You can't check it orally like I was showing you on a thermometer, but you actually with the thermometer can check other ways. The axillary and the rectally. I wouldn't recommend it, but they actually say that's the more accurate reading. But I wouldn't recommend it. Orally is more common to everybody. They understand that. And actually, you need doctor's orders for the rectally, depending on the settings. But now, since I did display some of the common vital signs that are checked, that you should be more aware of, and why they actually check your blood pressure, your heart rate, respirations, and temperature, I actually want you to be mindful. Although you have these normal ranges, a lot of things can fluctuate. It fluctuates from your activities, from what you're doing is, maybe illness, injuries, and actually even your emotional state can even change your range and your vitals. It tells a lot. So this is always important to know your vitals and be aware. Just make sure you take care of yourself, everyone, and thank you for watching.